And sedimentary rocks, they are divided into two types. We have clastic sedimentary rocks and we have non-clastic or chemical sedimentary rock. And in clastic sedimentary rock, they are mostly made up of materials that have already been broken from already existing igneous, metamorphic, or sedimentary rock. And yesterday we were doing the rock fragments, and we saw some volcanic fragments, and we also saw some already existing sandstone fragments, all already existing metamorphic fragments here. These were things that we discussed yesterday. Today we continue, and we see there are some fragments that are coming from already existing sedimentary rock. These are the chert fragments. Chert is very fine grained quartz. So here we have some rounded quartz grains, and you can see very uh, finer than these quartz grains, some angular pieces that are scattered in the matrix. This is the matrix. ये जो brown color आपको नजर आ रहा है, this is the matrix, fine grain clays. और इसके अंदर आपको ये small fragmentary, you see some pieces that are scattered here and there. These pieces are actually the chunks from or the breakdown of chert. तो चर्ट पीसेस जो हैं वो इसके अंदर जो माइक्रो क्वार्ट्स है या माइक्रो क्रिस्टलाइन क्वार्ट्स के पीसेस इसमें मौजूद हैं. However, it is not easy to differentiate chert pieces from what we have in quartz, but sometime depending on the roundness, you can differentiate. क्योंकि ये जो chert के pieces आप देख रहे हैं mostly they are not rounded, maybe they are sub-rounded to subangular or angular, and they indicate that they have been resistant to the weathering and erosion during the transportation time. This was the plane polarized light, and now this one is the next is the cross polarized view. And you can see clearly that because chert is also a form of quartz, and it imparts the same extinction, तो इसकी extinction जो है वो same होगी जो क्वार्ट्ज की एक्सटिंक्शन है उसी की तरह होगी इसकी एक्सटिंक्शन. यहाँ पर अगर आप देखें तो you can see the same mineral. Both the thin sections are of the same location. One is the cross polarized view and the other one is the plane polarized view. So this was the plane polarized view, and then this one is the cross polarized view. Then comes another important mineral that is found widely in sandstones and also in plastic sedimentary rocks. We call this one as micas. Micas are divided into two further groups. One is called the muscovite, and the other one is called the biotite. Muscovite and biotite. Biotite is more resistant to less resistant to weathering and easily deforms into clays. However, muscovite remains resistant to weathering, especially the chemical weathering. And as a result, if your rock has been sourced from igneous and metamorphic rocks having micas, अगर आपकी जो रॉक है सेडिमेंट्री रॉक है, इट हैज़ बीन derived from already existing rock, जिसमें ग्रेनाइट हो सकता है, कोई मेटामॉर्फिक रॉक हो सकती है, अगर वहाँ से डिराइव होकर आई है, so you will find micas scattered in the thin sections. और यहाँ पर अगर आपको ये स्नेकी टाइप आपको मटेरियल नज़र आ रहा है, these are actually micas, and it will be more clear when we see the cross polarized view. However, micas, they are very important in sedimentary rocks because they can help you to indicate the bedding, or sometimes they align themselves with the bedding plane, and they can help you to to plot the data into stratigraphic direction कि whether ये जो बेड था इसके ओवरलाइंग मटेरियल और इसके अंडरलाइंग मटेरियल क्या होगा। तो ये माइक्रोस्कोपिक लेवल पर इट हेल्प्स यू टू अंडरस्टैंड द बेडिंग एंड द स्ट्रेटिग्राफी। Let's see how it looks like in cross polarized view. Here we have the same micas, and you can see different interference colors, especially the birefringence color. And as you guys remember, based on the birefringence color, we can also identify various minerals, and you can also notice widely available quartz in the thin section that is also scattered here and there. And the mica flakes, however, they are present in the center of the thin section. This is how mica look likes in the thin sections, flaky nature, and the colorful bands, especially cross polarized में आपको colors नजर आएंगे इसके, and it also will show you some alignment. तो इसके अंदर alignment भी होगी that represents that it indicates some sort of alignment based on the sedimentary bedding. और माइकास अगर आप देखें तो दे आर शीट सिलिकेट्स एंड दे ऑलवेज अकर एज शीट्स। क्ले मिनरल्स आर नेक्स्ट। क्ले मिनरल्स को आप ये कह सकते हैं कि दे आर नॉट that easily identifiable under the microscope because of their very fine grain size. However, there are few clay minerals that we can still see and we can try to interpret. लेकिन अगर आप क्लेज के ऊपर फर्दर स्टडीज करना चाहते हैं, यू नीड XRD, एक्सरे डिफ्रैक्शन स्टडीज और इलेक्ट्रॉनिक माइक्रोस्कोपिक स्टडीज to understand the various types and various features of clays. They are sometimes detrital, or they can also be non-detrital, means that they can clays can be derived from the same source area from where the sand is coming, or clays can grow inside the basin as well. तो इसके दो रीजन्स हो सकते हैं। एक तो ये है कि ये डिट्राइटल होकर आए, और दूसरा आर्थेजेनिक ये है कि ये उस ही सेडिमेंट्री बेसन में ड्यू टू डिफरेंट प्रोसेसेस ये वहाँ पर ग्रो करे, तो उसको हम फिर आर्थेजेनिक मिनरल कहते हैं। तो क्ले मिनरल्स की कुछ स्लाइड्स हैं यहाँ पे, और पहली जो है क्ले मिनरल दैट इज क्लोराइट। however I tell you before that the identification of clays based on thin section is very rough. It is not very exact, but we can just see the chloride is normally detrital flakes की form में. You can see some flakes that are scattered in the thin section. So these are the flakes that are product from the low metamorphic rocks as a result of their alteration. The feldspars, they change into kaolinite, and then they change into chloride, and sometimes the chlorides are directly product of the feldspar weathering, product of the feldspars. And so you can also notice another thing, that you don't see very coarse quartz grains. Quartz grains are relatively smaller in this thin section, and it represents that this thin section is not from a sandstone family. This thin section is from a siltstone, rather siltstone family, या mudstone कह सकते हैं इस thin section को. And yes, so you can see some bluish color, that is the indicator that this is chlorite, and the bluish color, especially in the PPL, you can see this is actually the chloride mineral that has been. Then comes gluconite. Gluconite is very important, and it is actually a hydrous potassium iron aluminum silicate, and it has a very unique color. Like in the PPL you cannot see, but in the cross polarized you can see greenish color, or you can easily identify in the thin section, and you can see it seems to be made up of crystals, or maybe some pellets, rounded pellets, and it is a very good indicator of shallow marine environment. तो जो shallow marine sandstones होते हैं उसमें it is very abundant, and it is a very important part of sedimentological studies. If you are guys will study in the sedimentology, and you can also see birefringence, you can also see the coloration of this mineral, the range of colors like very light green, little medium green, and then dark green. And you can also notice here some aggregates of quartz, like maybe a fragment from already existing sandstone cemented with clay. And this shows that the rocks can range from having complete quartz grains to aggregate quartz grains, and also you can see here the glauconite grains that are present. The cement यहाँ पर आप देख रहे हैं तो बैकग्राउंड में आपको एक लाइट कलर मिनरल नज़र आ रहा है, that is basically the calcitic cement. तो इसके अंदर जो सीमेंट है that is calcite. Normally in sandstones calcite cement is one of the dominant type of cements. Here is another example, number 35, and you can see here that we have abundant glauconite minerals, and we also have some of the quartz minerals as well in this. However, the cement here again is calcium carbonate, that is calcite, and you can see small grains, relatively finer grain size than this one, and you can see that these grains are scattered here and there in the thin section, and they represent what we can call the glauconite mineral. And even in glauconite you can see that they also have some sort of rim, if you see closely, some sort of rim cements. So according to the author, these are the limonite minerals, the minerals that grow on the margins of the glauconite are the limonite minerals. So you see how much variety we can expect from a sandstone. Okay, let's talk a little bit about the sandstone matrix and cements. And here you can see a beautiful sandstone with range of different and various sizes, and that is number 36. Normally, when the sandstones are deposited, they have the grains, and they also have the matrix. लेकिन जो cement होता है mostly it is product of diagenesis. So diagenesis is a process in which sediments are converted into, like sediments are present in some area, and then they are buried or they are under meteoric water or different conditions. So few sandstones are present, and you can see that there are sand grains, and they are rich in matrix. आपको fine material नजर आ रहा है, grainy material नजर आ रहा है, yellowish color का, that is encircling these angular sand grains. Or you can see that these are the quartz grains, and the finer material, yellowish material that you see is actually the matrix material. Matrix normally comes uh, from the depositional site, जहाँ से जो provenance होता है वहाँ से ही आपकी normally matrix जो है वो आती है, लेकिन जो cements होते हैं they are commonly introduced later in the sandstones. Here we have a sandstone, and you can see that in this sandstone we have some cements, and you can see a very different type of cement. दिस इज ए क्वार्ट्ज ग्रेन, और अगर आप इस क्वार्ट्ज ग्रेन को क्लोजली देखें तो आपको इसके ऊपर एक रिम नजर आएगा, दैट इज एक्चुअली द क्वार्ट्ज ओवरग्रोथ सीमेंट. You can see closely here, again here you can see in all this mineral as well. तो अगर आप इसको गौर से देखें, if you see it clearly you can find in detail that there is some rim cement that is present on these quartz grains. Okay, so this indicates that the quartz cement is present. Similarly, you can see it here as well that there is a quartz grain, and you can see that there is a margin, additional margin that is associated with this quartz grain. We call it as quartz overgrowth cement. Okay, let's do 2 3 and then we finish for today. Okay, here in this section you can see angular pieces of quartz mineral that are present, and on background you just see that there is one constant color. But once you do the cross polarized view, and you can see here that there are various colors are present, like pink color is here and dark gray color here. This is actually the calcite mineral that is present in the background, and it actually imparts different colors like gray and pink, and these are its interference colors. And remember, we discussed about a typical texture in which you have one grain and you have further different grains in it. We call that texture as pocoyocalyptic texture. So here you can see that this particular sandstone has cement, and that cement represents a pocoyocalyptic texture. And this cement of calcite, we can also call it as pocoyocalyptic. Remember, pocoyocalyptic is very easy to identify. All the cement seems to be at the background, and all other minerals seems to be embedded in that particular cement.